Welcome student. Today we are going to learn AC fundamentals. In this video, I will explain average value, RMS value, peak factor, form factor. Now, what is average value? Okay. When we study the AC fundamental, we have to learn about the AC fundamental waveform. Okay. So AC fundamental waveform, it is a sinusoidal waveform. Okay. So we have to find out the average value of a sinusoidal waveform. Okay. So in this, this figure is indicating the uh, half waveform or half sine waveform. Okay, which is from 0 to time t. See, when we go for this half waveform, that will have a 180 degree, and if the full waveform it is there, then it will have a total 360 degree rotation. Okay, and this 360 degree rotation means it is having a 2 pi time instant. Okay, so here there is a half cycle it is considered. For taking the average value of a sinusoidal waveform, we have to consider the half cycle only, because this is a positive half cycle, and if we consider the second waveform, okay, second means if we consider the full waveform, a full AC waveform, this will be a positive half and this will be a negative half. If we take the addition of these two, then it will be a 0, because this is positive and negative, both they are equal. So for finding the average value, we have to consider the half wave. Okay, generally the half wave it is considered. Okay, that is 0 to pi time instant. Pi means 180 degree. Okay, pi radian. It is pi. It is in radian. Okay, so this is the time period. So this is a pi, and this is a 2 pi time instant. Okay, so this is a 2 pi time instant, and this is also called as a 180 degree phase shift. Okay, and this is a 360 degree rotation, 180 degree rotation and 360 degree rotation. Okay, of any waveform. Okay, let us suppose that this is a current waveform. Okay, so in case of alternating quantity, the positive half and negative half, they are exactly same, but it is in opposite magnitude. Okay, exactly same with opposite magnitude. Okay, so average value over the full cycle it is 0. Okay, so to calculate the average value of alternating quantity, half cycle it is considered. Okay, so we can find the average value by graphical method and analytical method. Okay, so graphical method means what? We have to consider this one. Okay, so these are the number of time instances at which the value of this waveform it is increasing, go on increasing. This is I1, I2, I3, I4, I5, I6. These are the current values which are at different time instances. Okay, and if you take the average of all, that is, we have to take the average. We splitted this number of values into n number of values. Okay, so it will be just a simple equation for that. I average it is I1 plus I2 plus I3 plus up to In divided by n. Okay, so it will be, if suppose that we taken here the 12 values. Okay, and we consider the value of this I1 it is a 2 ampere, I2 it is a 4 ampere, I3 is 6 ampere, I4 is 8 ampere, I5 is 10 ampere, like this 10, 12, 8, again it is decreasing. Okay, so this is the value of current at this particular instant, means current is increasing. Okay, so the total it is 12 values we consider. Okay, so these are the 12 values. Okay, so here n it is equals to 12. So we have to get this addition of all these all 12 divided by 12. Okay, so I average here it is the addition of all the numerator terms, they are 72, and divided by denominator, that is 12. Okay, so the I average value for this half waveform, it is a 6 ampere. Okay, so this is the calculation. Okay, now if we have the average value for the voltage, okay, it can be taken by this equation also, 1 upon pi, okay, integrating from 0 to pi Vp sin theta d theta, okay. So that is when taking the integration of this, then it will be 1 by pi as it is. So Vp and Vp it is constant, and sin theta integration it is minus cos of theta, integration from 0 to pi. Okay, so putting the value of 0 to pi, we get here V average it is 2 Vp divided by pi. Vp means peak value. Okay, so it is 0.637 of Vp. Okay, means the average value it is 0.637 of the peak value. So this is the peak value. Okay, you can see here this is the peak value, and the average value it is 0.63. Okay, 0.63 0.637 of Vp, means 63.7% of this Vp value. Okay, so this is the average value. Okay, also RMS value it is noted here, that is 0.707 of Vp, that is the peak value. Okay, so RMS value is greater than this average value. Okay, so graphical method for calculating the whole average value of a sinusoidal waveform. Okay, so we taken this just in previous case. Okay, that is we have to split this in number of time instances. So these are the time instances t1, t2, t3 like this. Okay, this is pi time instant, pi means 180 degree, and this is pi by 2 means 90 degree. Okay, so like this. So we can have this number of values of this current, and average we can take dividing by whatever the number of values we have chosen. That is, here it is in values we have chosen. So because of that, we have to divide it by n. Similarly for V average, V1 plus V2 plus V3 up to Vn divided by n. Okay, so this is the equation for calculating the average value by graphical method. Then we have to find out the value of average value by analytical method. Okay, so in analytical method we can find the average value by this equation, that is I average is equals to area under the curve over half cycle divided by length of base over a half cycle. Okay, length of base means what? This is base, that is 0 to pi time instant. Okay, so we have to consider this integration over this 0 to pi, because we are considering this much area, okay, over the half cycle. Okay, so I average is equals to integration from 0 to pi I d omega t divided by pi minus 0. Okay, so it is I average, it is 0 to pi, integration of 0 to pi I d omega t, and that it is 1 by pi, it is taken as a 1 by pi, it is taken outside from the integration as it is constant, and then 0 integration from 0 to pi I d omega t. Okay, so when we get this integration, okay, so it will be I value, it is integrated. So this is the value of maximum value of the current, that is Im. Okay, so I value it is I value it taken as Im, and Im sin omega t, because this is a sinusoidal waveform. It is following the equation, that is I equals to, okay, instantaneous current I is equals to Im sin omega t. Okay, so this is Im sin omega t. Okay, so putting this I value in this equation, so we get the average value 1 upon pi, integration from 0 to pi, putting the value of I as Im sin omega t d omega t. Okay, then Im we taken outside. Okay, so in integration it will be 0 to pi sin omega t d omega t, and here divided by pi as it is. Okay, so we get this answer as integration of sin omega t is minus cos omega t, and integration over 0 to pi time instant, okay, over a half cycle. So it will be minus cos of pi minus cos of 0. Okay, so it will be 1 plus 1, that is 2. Okay, so 2 it is multiply over here, so we get this value. Okay, that it is 2 im by pi. Average value it is 2 im by pi. Okay, or x average, it can be calculated for any value, any number. It is x average is equals to 1 upon t from 0 to t x dx. Okay, that is where we have to consider this time period t. This t is the time period. Okay, so time period we have to consider, and that time period it is taken for the integration. Okay, so when we divide this 2 divided by pi, then we will get the answer as this 0.637 of im. Okay, so I average value it is 2 im by pi, and that it is 0.637 of im. So this value it is 0.637 of the im. Okay, so that it is a 0.637 of this im. Okay, so this is the average value. Now RMS value of the sinusoidal waveform. Okay, so RMS value is what? RMS means what is that? It is a root mean square value. Okay, full form of that RMS it is root mean square value of a sinusoidal waveform. Now the for RMS value, okay, the magnitude of alternating current varies from instant to instant, whereas the magnitude of direct current remains constant with respect to time. Okay, so this is the comparison between the alternating current and the direct current. Okay, it is necessary to have a common measurement process for both AC and DC. Okay, so we have to measure these AC values and DC values also. So for that we have to have some common process. Okay, so for this it is needed, that is RMS value calculation. Such measurement is only possible by considering the effect of both quantities in given time. Okay, so both quantities they are given in a time instant. Okay, so one such effect is in heating a resistance. Okay, so if we given a supply to the any heating coil, and we measure the effect of passing the current through that by supplying with a AC current or a DC current. Okay, so whatever the heat produced, it is taken as a reference. Okay, and from that the calculations they are done for the AC RMS value and the DC values. Okay, that is direct current value. Okay, the effective value of RMS value and alternating current is defined as or effective value or RMS value of current or voltage. It is given by the direct current, which when flowing through a given circuit for a given time produces the same amount of heat as produced by the alternating current when flowing through the same circuit of the for the same time. Okay, so we have to apply the AC current and DC current. Okay, and by that we have to observe that the whatever the heat produced it is same. Okay, so we have to take the comparison of both. Okay, so there are also the two method for finding the RMS value by graphical method or analytical method. Okay, so these are the two methods. So we will see first the graphical method. Let us consider the two circuit with a different supply, that is AC and DC. Circuit resistances are same, operating time interval is same, then total heat produced in the network is, okay, so network it is total heat dissipation in a network, it is HDC is equals to I square RT. Okay, so here this one is a resistance which is connected with a DC supply. Okay, and this is the direct current. Okay, it is showing a straight magnitude, whereas if we connect this resistance with the AC voltage, okay, so this is the R as it is. Okay, so V is equals to AC voltage, and that AC voltage is given by V is equals to Vm sin omega t. Then considering the time interval t second, any time interval t second, this t second time divided into n number of intervals. Okay, so this t time interval it is divided into the n number of time intervals. Okay, so the heat dissipation for this, it is for the first interval. You can see here there are number of intervals they are considered here. Okay, number of intervals they are considered. Okay, so heat dissipation in the first interval it is I square RT T by N. Then second it is I square I1 square RT and I2 square RT. Okay, likewise this the n minus 1 interval it is I of n minus 1 square R of T by N. Then the heat dissipation in the third interval it is n interval it is In square R T by N. Okay, so this is the heat. Okay, so we have to take the addition of all these. Okay, and get the addition of the square. Okay, addition of the square of the current. Okay, so HAC it is I square RT. Okay, so I square it is taken as I1 square, I2 square, I3 square, In square, In minus 1 square plus In square divided by N. Okay, so according to definition of RMS value of equation 1 is equals to equation 2. Okay, so get the equating I square RT is equals to RT into bracket I1 square by I1 square, I2 square, I3 square up to In minus 1 square plus In square divided by N. Then we will get the value as this RT will get cancelled, this RT will get cancelled. Okay, as it is square, so the square will get cancelled and here there will be a under root. Okay, so in under root IRMS value it is under root of I1 square plus I2 square plus I3 square up to In square divided by N. Okay, so this value and this HDC it is same. Okay, so now we will find the value by analytical method. Okay, analytical method means we have to consider any particular time interval. Okay, so here we consider d omega t as a time. Okay, and the sinusoidal waveform they are I is equals to Im sin omega t, and if we take the current square, that is I square, it is Im square sin square omega t. Okay, so by the equation of IRMS value, IRMS is equals to area of square curve over half cycle divided by length of base over half cycle. Okay, so IRMS is equals to 0 to pi I square d omega t. Okay, you can have that values from the previous one. Okay, divided by pi minus 0. So IRMS is equals to 0 to pi I square d omega t divided by pi. Take this pi outside of the integration. Okay, and IRMS is equals to 1 by pi 0 from integration from 0 to pi I square d omega t. Okay, now by solving this we will get the IRMS equation as Im by root 2. Okay, by putting the value of 1 by root 2 and multiplying it with Im, so we will get IRMS value is equals to 0.707 of Im. Okay, so this is the answer of this sinusoidal waveform for the RMS value. Okay, so IRMS square is equals to 1 by pi 0 to integration from 0 to pi I square d omega t. Putting the value of I is equals to Im sin omega t. Okay, so IRMS square is, it will be 1 by pi 0 to pi Im sin omega t square d omega t. IRMS square is equals to Im by pi integration from sin square d omega t square d omega t. It is I square RMS is equals to Im square by pi integration from 0 to pi 1 minus cos 2 omega t by 2. Okay, converting this I square sin square omega t, it is in the form of removing the square, so it is 1 minus cos 2 omega t. Okay, so IRMS square is equals to Im square divided by 2 pi as it is, and integration of this 2 is taken outside, so 0 to pi it is integration from 0 to pi 1 minus cos 2 omega t d omega t. Okay, so we get the final answer as IRMS is equals to 0.707 Im. Okay, so analytical method we can find it by x of RMS value. This RMS may be any waveform, x current waveform, voltage waveform, like this. Okay, so it is 1 divided by pi 0 to pi x square dx. So this is the analytically finding the RMS value. Okay. Now we'll see the peak factor of the sinusoidal waveform and form factor of the sinusoidal waveform. Okay. So what is peak factor? Peak factor is defined as the ratio of the maximum value of the maximum value of an alternating quantity to RMS value. Okay. RMS value of that alternating quantity. Okay, so it is KPF. Okay, this is a peak factor. P means peak, F means factor, and it is denoted to the subscript of the K. Okay, so KPF is equals to maximum value divided by RMS value. Okay, as maximum value is what I am, and power factor value it is 0.707. Okay. So its value it is under root and it is 1.415. Okay. So this is the form factor. Then, sorry, this is the peak factor. Then the form factor it is KFF is equals to average value divided by RMS value. Okay. And definition it is what? A ratio of RMS value of an alternating quantity to average value of that quantity. Okay. So we are having this KFF means form factor it is average value upon RMS value. So I average it is 2 Im by pi and IRMS it is Im by 2 root 2. So it is pi divided by 2 root 2 and that answer it is 1.11. Okay. So this can be found by analytically. X average equals to 1 by t 0 integration from 0 to pi x dx. X RMS it is under root of 1 by pi 0 to t x square dx. Okay, likewise these are the form factor. Okay, and the peak factor it is 1 by 1.414 and form factor it is 1 by 11. Okay, so getting this in next slide, but we have to see that the average value of current it is I average is equals to IM1 plus I2 plus IN, okay, divided by N. So I average is equals to 2 Im by pi, that it is 0.637 of the Im. Now for RMS value it is under root of I1 square by I1 square plus I2 square plus I3 square plus dash dash dash, it is up to IN square, okay, divided by N. Okay, so we will get the IRMS value as 0.707 of the IM. Okay, so thank you for listening.